So the T80BVM, it's a brand new main battle tank for Russia at 11.0. All of the Russian main battle tanks got put up in battle rating, and this is the 11.0 one because, well, it's extremely well armored and it does come with the 3BM60 round. Well, what you're going to see in this is the first game that I played in it. I had some Golden Eagles laying around, so I decided to go ahead and get the dart, the parts, fire extinguisher, and the thermals. That was it, and the rest of it, I'm just going to unlock regularly because I knew what was going to happen if I didn't do that, and I really did not want to suffer through a heat FS and no thermals or parts or anything. And since it's being the first game, I really didn't know what to expect in it. But as it turns out, this tank is extremely, extremely fun to play, and it's really good. So this Leopard 2 is going to shoot me, and I don't know what he was trying to shoot, but it seems like he shot the side of my turret with something. I don't know. I turned the turret towards him because if he hits anywhere on the side where the relic is, and a sick third-person shot on the 2A5, if you turn your turret in a way to where they don't hit the breech of the gun, there isn't anything that's going to get through the cheek of this thing because of the relic that is on top of the turret armor. And also, the video I put up yesterday, or day before yesterday, of the sound changes and stuff like that, you guys are killing it. It's over 800 views right now, which is a lot for me, but if you like it or watching the stuff that I make, go ahead and subscribe. That would actually be pretty nice and actually motivate me to keep making videos like that and like this. But for right now, you're going to see it pop up on the screen here in a second. It's going to be the 3BM60 stats and some of the tank stats from the card that's on the hanger screen. They're not really, I don't take much on the stat card on the hanger for facts, except for like the turret rotation speed and how fast it reloads and the gun depression and elevation. Um, there are some things there that are obvious, but some things there aren't really. They're not really accurate to an extent, I guess. But as I said before, that I don't have the 3BM60, and you're going to see the armor here versus DM53 at the bottom of the screen right there. There are parts in between the panels for Relic where the DM53 can get through, and obviously it has the same weaknesses as every other Russian tank, being the driver's port and right around the gun. But that's pretty obvious when you look at it, and since it is a T80, after all, it's not like a new design or anything like that, so it's obviously going to have the same weak spots as the T80. One good thing is, though, it does have a faster rotation speed on the turret than the regular T80, and it's roughly about the same weight, so after you get all the engine upgrades and stuff like that, it's going to travel about the same speed. I never really had an issue. The reverse speed isn't better compared to any other Russian thing besides the T80 having a better reverse speed than the T72. Um, this does this does feel better when you actually have to reverse and get out of a spot you got yourself stuck in. Having this over top of the B3 in terms of reverse speed's a lot nicer. And the B3 also got the 3BM60 round, which is phenomenal. So the T80 BVM with the T72 B3, you have two top tier main battle tanks with very good armor for both of them that also shoot the highest pin round for Russia right now. And for top tier Russia, you also have one of the strongest lineups in the game because you have the T90, the T80U, the T72B3, and now the T80BVM. And you could throw in like a light tank. I use the BMP2M, which has the really high pin ATGMs, and I really like the 30 mil on it, so I thoroughly enjoy using that. Also, having our auto loader makes it to where if you get shot and you have to use your fire extinguisher or anything like that, it still continues to reload. and it is really helpful, and it's 6.5 seconds too, so you're going to reload faster than most other tanks that don't have an autoloader or super fast reload, unlike the Type 90, which has a 4-second reload, or somebody who has an Abrams that has a really decked out crew. I think my M1A2 is at 6.4, so it's like a tenth of a second faster than the automatic um, reloader this thing's got. So I'm sitting inside of our cap mostly because I was running out of ammo and I was trying to recap it. My main thing was trying to recap it, but they kept coming in front of me, and so I just kept shooting. They really didn't do anything to me, and that Abrams that just pulled up on my side that I shot a second ago shot me in the side of the turret, right where the relic was. That's why it didn't do anything to me. If he had just shot me in the side or anywhere else, it would have killed me. But I don't know what possessed him to shoot me in the side of the turret. Well, not side, but 45-degree angle from where the gun is, so he ends up just shooting a relic block that's going to completely block his dart round. And right now I'm sitting on 9 kills, which I didn't even know I had that many at the time, because I never checked the scoreboard or anything like that. I just kept going. And here in a second, after I shoot that, I don't know what I hit, but it didn't do anything to his gun. Now I only have HE, and you already see the funniest shot I done the entire time in this game, besides the third-person shot on the 2A5. But the 2A4 right there just shot me and bounced. And I have it. The reason why it's not lined up is I've already lasered that range, and then I'm gonna shoot an HE. Barely hits the top of his turret, and it kills him. Kills everybody in the tank. That was just insane to me. I did not expect that to happen. I expected to just knock out his gun or something while I was trying to reload my ammo, but as it turns out, that worked perfectly fine for me, so I'm not upset about it. The HE changes and stuff like that, when you shoot the top of MBTs, it really does work, and it does help. It makes HE more useful for things, and I would imagine so getting hit in a fairly unarmored place with a large 125 millimeter HE round would pretty much kill anyone sitting in the turret, because as far as I know, I believe that the roof of the turret on the A4 is only about 30 millimeters thick, I think. I'd have to check. But that brings me to the top of the turret on this thing. You know, the M3A3 now gets TOW 2B. There's more HCGMs in the game that have the top-down attack, so they're not going to hit you directly on. They're going to try to hit the weakest point of your tank, which would be the roof. This thing, along with the T80, actually has ERA blocks on the roof of the turret, which the T72s don't. Now, this one doesn't have it to the extent that the 80U has, but it does have it right over top of mainly the cannon breech and kind of where the crew is sitting. So if the ATGM goes straight down, like the top-down attack on that spot, it's probably not going to get through. But if it goes further back, it's going to go straight down between both hatches, and that's going to kill. That's going to go straight into your ammo rack because of the way the ammo rack carousel is made in this. So it's going to kill you. So anyways, I only have 3 shots in this thing, and 3 AG. I shot the Leopard 2K, and I kept seeing somebody getting killed, or the automatic keeps showing up over here. So that's what I was looking for, and this 80U shoots at something behind me, and obviously I didn't know the IPM-1 was sitting right there because the nameplates aren't up in game, as everybody knows in realistic battles. So I get shot by him, and then I send one right there to kill his entire crew. That's where I've been finding myself having to shoot, and I also don't reload in time. The 2K kills me. And you're going to see in the chat down there that I'm trying to get them to kill the 2K, because I was 48 points away from the nuke, and it really upset me. If I'd have just spawned back in the T82BVM immediately, I'd have been able to kill him, and this would have happened faster. But I sit here and I try to get them to kill him. But what I was saying is I found myself having to shoot Abrams right there because in this update, post pin damage on APFSDS was toned down across the board, uh, meaning that they don't cause as much shrapneling. As far as I know, that's what somebody else was saying that happened in this patch. So, and I mean, it does really seem that way. So I mainly try to shoot where I know I can get most of the crew in the one shot. So I'm sitting here and seeing it because I thought the ADU was still alive and he was sitting right there. So that's the reason why I didn't spawn back in immediately, because I didn't want to spawn back in and then the Leopard 2K die, and then I won't get the I won't have the nuke. I'll just be spawned in and I'll be like right at it the entire time. So anyways, the Tunguska shoots down the helicopter, and those guys are still capping A. I'm getting ready to spawn back in the T72B3, and you're getting ready to, well, see what happens. I'm not upset with what happened, considering I did get the nuke in the BVM pretty much. I was 48 points away, and I do end up getting the nuke, but I'm just upset that I didn't get to drop it because of this game mode. So I am the only main battle tank for our team on the ground. The only other vehicle on our team is the Tunguska, and he pretty much didn't show any interest of going towards A. Now, I caught it already on A, and it actually killed the 2K, and I still wasn't there. I still barely had any to go to get it, so I get shot over the top of the engine deck by a part. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was an actual tank shooting at me until I kept seeing tracers. So I go over there. Also, I really like the custom site that I have on the T72. You can find it on War Thunder Live. I really enjoy that site. Now, automatic comes around the corner, send one right into his ammo rack, and he's done. Now I'm going to go towards A, and I'm looking because I know there's something over here. I catch a glimpse of it, and I shoot because I thought I could shoot through that build, and evidently not. They're still capping A. They're not really doing anything. And it's just a bunch of anti-air for the moment. I killed the M163, and I am pretty much, I've got the nuke now. But I know that if I don't shoot these guys, that I'm not gonna be able to drop it. So I shoot and they get my track, and if it hadn't been for that and me turning, I would have killed the Leopard, and I wouldn't have had that problem. Well, I've got the nuke now, and I'm getting ready to spawn in it, but they are also getting ready to cap. So unfortunately, they cap, and I don't get to drop it, but I do get to spawn in it, and that's the closest I've gotten to dropping it. But for being the first game in the T80BVM, and this is the in-game result, even though we lost, I'm pretty happy with it. And if you are wondering whether you should grind for this thing, the answer is 100% yes. It is a really nice tank. You have a really strong lineup at top tier of Russia. Uh, I mean, there's nothing else I can say. You got new rounds, really high pin rounds for Russia. Two of them, two top tier tanks can get it, and you have plenty of backups being the ADU, the T90, and you can even bring like the T80B or whatever. You have a very strong lineup now of tanks at this tier. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next, and like I said, if you made it this far, just go ahead and subscribe. It motivates me to keep making videos like this, and if you like I said, if you want to see more, just let me know, and I will see you guys later.